Hello everyone, NL Country Woman here, doing my big video reveal. You saw the short reel earlier that I posted. Never got quite a few comments on it as I expected. Someone was confused about the banana part, so maybe that's why you were afraid to comment. But what we're doing today, with the chicken, potatoes, veggies, cream of chicken, is chicken pot pie. And then I've got some added flour, shortening, water, and salt. We're doing homemade pastry for the chicken pot pie, which I'm going to put into a glass dish. And then the bananas are actually for the dessert. I'm doing banana bread. I have everything laid out. I'm going to mix up the pastry. Then I'll be right back to show you how that's looking in the pan. Okay, we're back. I'm just working on the flour, the salt, and cutting in the shortening. I use a fork because I don't have a pastry knife cutter, but it all works the same. Just going to get this worked in a bit more. Okay, and then we're going to slowly start to add our water. Until it becomes like a dough. I don't have my own set pastry dough recipe. I use the one that works best for me and what I'm doing. And the one that I like is from the Purity Cookbook. But you can use whichever pastry you want if you're using a pastry. And I like to put a pastry at the bottom of the pan. Bake it for a short time until it just starts to turn a little bit brown. And then I'll take it out, put the filling in, which is warmed up and cooked on top of the stove, you'll see. And then we'll have a nice pastry put on top. Okay. Now we're starting to get big forms of clumps in it like this. Then I like to switch over from fork to hand knead it. Okay, I'll let you go for now while I continue to knead this for a few more minutes to pick up all the little loose bits in the bowl. Okay, we're back. Got the pastry nice and done. You can form it out. It's like Play-Doh once you got it mixed up. So now what we're going to do is we're going to lightly flour the surface, which is the table. So we have to, I'm going to roll out the pastry now. Don't mind the shaking. And if you see little clumps coming off on your pan, your rolling pin, just lightly flour everything. We want to roll out the dough until it's slightly bigger than the pan we're using, which I'm using this glass one. Give or take, it's about 8-9 inches. So we want to make one that's about 9 to 10 inches round. So you want to just keep rolling your moving your rolling pin around. So I'll continue this till it gets big enough, and then I'll be back. Okay, I've got it all rolled out there now. There you are. And if you're not sure the exact measurement for your pan, just take your pan, go like this, slightly press till you see it indented. I can barely see it, so we'll move it over. There's two handles. So we'll lift up. Okay, so we can see that a bit better. It comes out to there. I don't know if you can see it, but there is a line in the dough. So what we're going to do, we're going to leave that line there. We're going to roll up the dough. Let's hope she doesn't stick to the table. Slight sticking, but that's okay. We don't need it perfect. Lay that one out. Lift up. This one's going to lay down in the pan till she's about halfway. Now make sure when you're working with dough, you don't pull or stretch it. You let it go to the distance it wants to. If we see that it's whipping, just try to pull it in, because it's whipping a little there. And just hold it up off the pan and push, not really push, but just lay it in place. Don't mind overlapping, just push it together. The thickness is just a little bit thick. Okay, we're going to make sure it's in place. Okay, I don't feel any air. You don't want air pockets. Now there's no air pockets, and you see there's a lot of overhang. So what we're going to do, you can either use a knife, flat edge, or scissors. So I'll grab a knife. I'm just going to lay it against the edge of the pan and just glide it. Don't pull on the dough, you're just holding on to the dough. And you just go along the outside edge. Okay, your pan is full. And because I like to bake the inside shell first so it's not doughy, I'm just going to put a bunch of holes in it. You can do it this with your knife, or you can go use a fork. I'm just going to use the knife. That's going to release the pressure so you're not getting these big bubbles. Sometimes you'll see bubbles when you get some certain peaches places. They have like bubbles in the crust. We don't want that in the shell because we want this to fill up with the filling. So we're going to put this in the oven and we're going to put it on 450 for about 10 to 15 minutes. Just starts to turn brown. You'll see like little brown spots. I'll show you as it's baking, what we're looking for. And then we'll be back. While we're waiting for the bottom shell to bake, I've got the remaining dough that we cut off, put back together. And we're going to roll that out after we get the fillings mixed. So we're going to put this aside in our bowl. We don't need to put it in the fridge because it makes it too cold and too hard to roll out for the same time. So right now we got that one put aside in the bowl here. And we got the other one in the oven. We'll let that one bake for a bit and then I'll show you what it looks like. And I'll get everything prepared and show you what we're going to put together now for the filling. Okay, we're back now. We're just going to put the vegetables in the bowl. This is your regular mixed veggies that you buy. It's got beans, peas, carrots, corn in it. Just comes in the frozen section. I took out those 3 potatoes, peeled and diced them, bite-sized pieces. I need to grab a spoon. Your creamy chicken soup. And you want to be sure I'm adding full can of this. And you must add the directions of the water, which is a half water or milk. We're just doing water, so a can of water. Can of water. If not, it's going to be really dry. I've done that mistake before, and it tasted okay, but it would taste a lot better with because the water adds, as you can see, it's getting quite creamy. And without that creaminess, it's just really dry. I had to make a gravy before to go with it, to give it that creamy, smooth texture. So this looks really nice. And I just use shortcut. This is chicken strips that you can buy. They're already frozen, stripped up. Just gonna put them in. Mix them in. Okay, that's nice and mixed up. I'm gonna grab a pan now. A pot soy. If you don't want to wait so long, which I don't, you can put it on the stove top and heat it up just until it starts to get really hot and starts to bubble. That way it doesn't take so long to bake in the oven. Okay, I've got everything in the pan. Go. So I'm going to put that one on the stove top now, let that one heat up, and I'll be back. Okay, here's the chicken mixture on the stove, steaming nicely, starting to bubble. Smells really good. Just going to give it a little stir. Okay, so we're going to turn it off now. We'll get the lid on the pot. We'll let that simmer and sit down on one burner and check on what's in the oven. Okay, the phone might fog up, but she's starting to just have little bars in the dough. That's okay. So we're gonna let it go for a little bit longer until it starts to get the brown spots on it, and we'll be back. Okay, here's the shell out of the oven. That's what we're looking for. A little bit of brown on the edges. And it's nice and thick. Thicken up twice as much as when you roll it out. So that's what you want, nice thick pastry at the bottom. So now I'm gonna get the cover off this guy. A little bit closer. And we're gonna fill it in. I often make too much, which is okay because I can easily make another shell later on. I'll just put it in the fridge. Okay, so we're gonna get some of that liquor and tip it up. Okay, so you see pie shell is nice and full. Lots of liquor, so it's not going to be dry. So just give me a few minutes. We're going to get set up, and I'll show you the next step. Okay, next step, we're going to roll out that remaining dough that we got. Okay, I'll roll this out and then I'll get back to you. Okay, the dough is nice and flattened. We're going to fold that up. And get that brought over to the pie and I'll be right back to show you. Okay, got the camera set up by the stove. Now we're going to trim the edges just like we did for the bottom. But first, right before trimming, you're going to go around and clamp it. That just seals it into the pan. And the clamping part actually breaks it off, so you don't need to cut it. You gotta be careful because the pan is hot from the oven. Okay, it's not clamping as well, but I'll show you a trick that it does now in a minute. And it does this. Okay. My trick. Grab a fork. Just press it down onto the bottom shell. Doesn't have to look perfect or fancy, as long as it tries to stick together. And then we're going to stab it, because it releases the air as you're cooking it, because you don't want it to, again, have the big air bubbles. There you go. Now we're going to put that one in the oven for about 15-20 minutes and keep a check on it. And we want that one the same thing as the bottom, browned up. Okay, we're back. We have the chicken pot pie in the oven and cooking. And now we're going to get to work on the banana bread. Which the banana part is what got everybody, I think, wondering what is she doing now? Because nothing she's got on that group of stuff makes any sense with bananas. So it was kind of a trickster moment. So we're going to get everything put together. So we have your baking soda and your salt. Let them in there for now, that's fine. Hold on a second. Whenever I measure brown sugar, I was always told to pack it down so you get the proper measurement. So it's kind of wedged in there now. There we go. And we got your flour. I like to put all my dry ingredients together first. With any recipe that I do dry first and then add the wet. A little mix. And we're going to add the butter. Get the eggs out. I'm not good at cracking with one hand, so don't expect that. Now, this is going to be a little harder to mix. Okay, we're going to add in the mashed bananas. Whenever I buy bananas on sale, we usually eat a few, and then we mash up a few and freeze them in Ziploc bags. We put about 2 bananas in a bag, and it's perfect for what I'm doing now, like banana bread. So that's what I was using, thawed out bananas. So I'll let you go for now while I mix the rest of this up, because it's going to take me a few minutes to get it all put together good. Okay, the banana mixture is nicely mixed up. There's no flour bits because I don't like to have dry mix into it because it won't bake properly. And then I'm just using a bread pan. That's all I uses. And I'm just using a regular canola spray. You can use butter, melt it, or if you trust your pan enough, you don't need to put anything, but I don't trust pans. They say non-stick, but they stick half the time. My arm's a little bit in the way, sorry, but you'll see in a minute. We're just gonna pour the mixer into the pan. Now we're just gonna give a little spread with the spoon. Tap off what we can. Okay, I don't put any nuts in mine because Adam and I don't like nuts in our banana bread. We're nutty enough, I says. I think he would agree. So that's a nice banana bread. Nice and spread out into the pan. I'd say guess she's about half full to my thumb there. And she'll get right to the top. And now when we have to put in the oven, I'll put it in with the chicken pot pie. That's fine. Temperature is fine for it. And we'll put that in for about 40, 50 minutes, maybe an hour, depending. So I'll keep a check on that, and we'll check on the pie, and we'll be back. This is the side you never see, the dirty side. I don't mind showcasing because it happens. When you're cooking up a meal, when you're making a dessert, you're going to have dirty dishes and pots and pans and bowls and you name it is there. So this is the dirtiest part of the video you'll see. I'm going to clean up all this stuff while everything is over in the oven, cooking away, and we'll be back. Okay, y'all. It smells really good here in the house, and this is why. That chicken pot pie is fully cooked. Check the temperature is reaching 200. That's perfect. I checked some at least to 180. It's fine. She's reaching 200. Stuff's coming out through the edges, bubbling, steaming so nice. Don't know if you can see the steam, but she's steaming so nice and hot there. We'll let it cool down for a little bit there. I got the banana bread in the oven. The temperature's turned down a little bit from 450 to 350. Just because we want it a bit hotter for the chicken pot pie with the pastry. But the banana bread's going to take a little bit longer to cook. It's in the oven. Don't know if you can see. There it's baking away there. And I think we're going to have a fine supper coming up. The Viking's going to like this one today. Alrighty, while the banana bread is baking there in the oven, I'm going to take a minute, have a cup of tea, sit down, relax for a bit. Going to enjoy this nice big mug I got here. Sent to me by my first sponsor, Alan Beerhoff. He also sent me the tripod that the phone is currently set up on. Thank you so much for sending it to me. Next time he has a bar up in the woods, we'll be sure to take our mugs with us. It's staying nice and hot. It's not hot on the hand, so it's perfect. And I also want to move the mug aside. Might be backwards, I don't know for sure. But NL Viking got me a shirt. I wonder how I managed that one. But it's a nice, lovely shirt. You might have noticed it throughout the video today. And we'll get to see the Viking later on because we're going to sit down and have a nice supper once he gets home from work. And hopefully he likes that banana bread. But we'll have to wait and see. Just came to check on the banana bread and it's baking up real nice. Smells so good. Can't wait to slather some butter on that and then get it melted so nice. Still got a bit of ways to cook yet though, but I'm almost there. And there we have it, people. A nicely cooked chicken pot pie for supper's meal. And a very nicely baked banana bread, which will be sliced up, butter put on, and it will melt on the nice warm slices for dessert. Smells some good here. As Adam said, if only there was smell-o-vision available in these videos, because it smells so good. Stay tuned for supper when we'll see how good it really tastes. I bet by now y'all are wondering, well, didn't she have bacon and wieners in that picture? That little video she did? Well, I sure did. So later on in the evening, sometimes we like to sit down and watch TV, have a snack or two. And this is the snack I made for tonight. We're going to have bacon wrapped smokies. So right now I got the wieners, the bacon, and the extra ingredients for this recipe is brown sugar and butter. So we're going to put the brown sugar and butter together in the measuring cup, melt it in the microwave for just a few seconds to a minute till it gets a runny consistency. And while that's cooling down just a little bit, I'm going to be wrapping up the wieners with the bacon. And I like to cut the slices, since they're really big ones, in half. And use a half slice per cocktail wiener. I may not use all the wieners. If there's any left, I'll keep them, freeze them up, use them for some baked baked beans. There you go. Got a brain fart then. Some baked beans would go nice with those kind of wieners. So stay tuned while I get everything prepped. Okay, so this is how I make mine with the wiener. Wrap it in the bacon. Put the seam part down. And put a toothpick. Because they are going to be hot, so you want the toothpick, like you'll pick it up like that and eat it. It's a lot easier. So we're going to do a few wieners to fill up the pan, or just a bit full. This here is the brown sugar butter mixture. Took about 30 seconds in the microwave with the butter. Mixed it up. And then you'll see what we'll do with that in a second. Okay, so here's all the bacon wrapped wieners. There's about 6 single ones left, so I just tucked them in amongst the rest there. So we're going to go like this. And we're just going to slather that all over the place. Okay, I'll be back in a few minutes after I finish covering this up. Okay, here's what it looks like. The bacon wrapped wieners covered up with that brown sugar butter mixture. Toothpicks are sticking up so where we can just pull them up. So we're going to put that in the oven, which is preheated up to 375 for about 15-20 minutes. It'll be bubbling, and the brown sugar mix actually becomes like a coating. Adds a bit of a crunch to it, and then you can increase the oven to 400 degrees for another 5 to 10 minutes. That adds on even a bit more of a crispier texture, and it actually tastes like a sweet crunched bacon. Almost like a sweetened bacon and wieners. So we're going to pop that in the oven because I just heard a beep before I started the video. So she's preheated, ready to go. And I'll be back to show you what it looks like. So this is what the smokies look like when they're about halfway done. Start to get a bit of thickness for it. So that's looking good. And we'll put her back in the oven now for a bit longer. Okay, so the smokies are out of the oven now. They're done, very plumped up and juicy looking. Just gonna let them sit for a bit and hopefully they let them harden up. Back in a bit.
What you got there, dear?
Chicken pot pie for supper. If I didn't burn it to anything.
I don't think you burned it.
I just got the wrong.
Looks good to me. Why don't you use a knife? It looks good. And I'm hungry, so.
The voice behind the camera is the Viking just got home.
Viking hungry.
Definitely looks nice.
That looks good to me. That looks really good. That's a big enough piece for me, my dear. To start it off with.
Yeah, I don't have a side with it today.
That's all right. It's big enough for you to start off with.
There you go.
Ooh. Good job.
We're gonna go now and enjoy our supper. See you in a bit for dessert. Hey! Just checking back to let you know the supper was a hit. Almost half the party's gone. So did you like it?
No. I loved it.
Good. Well,
Listen, you're standing there with a glass plate in your hand. What are you going to think I'm going to say? No, I really don't like it? No, it was good.
That's good.
Really good. I like
Well,
it.
pretty full from just having a slice and a half each. So we're going to take a little break there and relax. And then we might try to have some banana bread with melted butter on it.
I haven't got time to take a break. I grew a fire on that once.
Okay, that once, but you'll have a slice before you leave.
I guess.
And then later on when he gets back, we're going to have a little treats in the oven now. Bacon wrapped smokies. What do you think of that?
I think she's trying to fatten me up. Make me fatter.
No. I'm keeping you around.
Yeah, keeping me round.
Well, stick around for the next part of the video later this evening. Alrighty. Adam's back from his meeting that he had to go to. And when he got back, he tried out one of the smoky wieners. What did you think of it?
They're good.
Really good?
Mm-hmm. They're good. I like them.
He
Get
wanted.
down, nosy.
He's coming to look for one. He got one earlier. He's not getting another one. Alright, so we had a look.
Babies next thing you eat them.
Alright, so we had a lovely chicken pot pie for supper. We had banana bread afterwards for dessert.
It's also very good.
And then this evening we tried out the bacon wrapped smokies. So it turned out to be a lovely day of baking and cooking. And nobody could guess what I was having because it had bananas. Got everybody all confused.
I was confused when I saw it, so
So what did you think it was?
I had no friggin' idea.
Bananas? Did it throw you off?
Yes.
I thought.
What is she cooking? What did she put bananas in?
I could be quite the trickster.
I was getting worried about my supper.
Turned out all right though, didn't it?
It did. That was good.
Well, thanks for tuning along. Adam's going to help me get the video together. We'll put it out in the next few days or so. Hopefully you have fun trying to figure out what it did. Maybe I'll pull another trick again soon out of my hat. We'll see. Never know what could happen.
Maybe I could be the trickster.
Oh, there you go.
Because you're working all weekend.
Yeah.
I'm not.
So once again, thanks to Alan Bearhoff. We had a cup of tea in those cups that you sent us. They were really nice cups. Did you like yours?
Yeah, they're good cups. I like them.
Kept the tea nice and hot for a while. The stand came in very useful for putting my camera on most of the day. Very, very useful. And if you haven't seen him in a while, this is NL Viking Outdoors. I'm NL Country Woman. And until next time, stay strong and beautiful.